What is actually happening with jobs in Canada? Right now, Canada's job market feels confusing, and the data explains why. Some people are applying everywhere and cannot get an interview. At the same time, employers in certain industries say they cannot find workers. Both things are true, and they are happening at the same time. Let's start with the big picture. The unemployment rate is sitting around 6.8%. That is up from 2022, when the labor market was extremely tight. Canada now has roughly 1.6 million unemployed people. At the same time, job vacancies have fallen to about 470,000 open positions, down more than 12% year over year. That means there is now over 3 unemployed workers every job opening. That ratio tells you a lot. In 2025, total employment growth was just over 1%, barely keeping up with economic growth and not keeping up with the population growth. Canada added millions of people in very short period of time, but job creation did not scale at the same speed. That create more competition per each role, longer hiring process, and less entry-level positions and opportunity. Wages are still rising, but definitely not like before. Average hourly wage right now are about 3 to 4% year over year. That sounds good until you compare it to reality. Housing costs rose faster, food prices rose faster, insurance, utilities, and basic services rose faster. So even though people are working, many feel much poorer. Employment no longer equals financial comfort. Now, let's talk about where jobs still exist. Healthcare continues to add jobs every single year. In 2025 alone, healthcare and social assistant added tens of thousands of jobs. This is not cyclical and this is not structural. Canada has an aging population and demand keeps growing regardless of the interest rate. Skilled trades also remain short workers. Electricians, plumbers, HVAC technicians, mechanics, and equipment operators are still in quite high demand. A large portion of the trade workers is nearing retirement, and the replacement is not happening fast enough. This is a demographic problem, not an economic one. Government and essential services are more stable than the private sector. Hiring is slower, but layoffs are less common. Utilities, transportation, food supply, and logistic roles do not disappear during the slowdown. Now let's talk about where things are the hardest. Office-based roles are the most competitive part of the job market right now. Tech, marketing, HR, project management, and junior analyst roles all have really fewer posting and far more applicants per job than they did a few years ago. Hiring still happens, but interview cycles are longer and competition is much more intense. Real estate and constructions are rate sensitive. They are not gone, but hiring moves in waves. When it's easier to borrow, these sectors respond first. When rates high, hiring slows quickly. Retails and hospitality continues to struggle with high turnovers, uneven hours, and rising cost. These jobs exist, but the stability is a challenge. Location matters more than people actually think. Toronto and Vancouver have more jobs, but also most competition and the highest cost of living. Alberta continues to see stronger demand tied to energy and trades. Atlantic Canada has worker shortages, but fewer high paying positions. Canada does not have one job market. It has a so who is struggling the most right now? New graduates, people who switch careers, general office workers, newcomers without Canadian experience. Not because they lack skills, but because supply exceeds demands in those who has leverage. Licensed professionals, health skill workers, skilled trades, senior specialists, people flexible on location or in person work. These groups face fewer applicants per opening. So where is this all going? If the interest rate gradually come down, hiring should improve slowly. Constructions and real estate respond first, white collar hiring recovers later and more selectively. The easy job market of 2025 and 2022 is not coming back anytime soon. Canada does not have a simple job shortage. It has skills mismatch, a location mismatch, and the cost of living a mismatch. The labor market did not collapse, it changed. And that gap in between numbers and how people feel, that is what the most Canadians are experiencing right now.